What's good, YouTube? I hope your week is off to a great start. Well, a better start than me because I ended up getting sick over the weekend, and we're slowly getting better. But today's video is going to be Isaiah Fall's melody, and it's a very simple melody. It's a guitar-based melody, so let's just jump straight into it. Well, first things first, let's bring out the guitar, because this guitar is what inspired me to make the melody. And now this is the guitar that we have. And that was very fire, so I enjoyed that sound. I enjoyed how it sounded, and the effect that I added on here is a fruity compressor, a SSL channel stereo, a Valhalla vintage verb, and that's all. And I tweaked it a little bit because I like the ending, this part. I let that ending, so I put it to the front instead of the end, right? So instead of it going like this, I have it to the front for that ending part to be starting, and I'll play it in a second for you out of here. But this melody is what inspired me to create the whole melody, and this is how it sounds entirely with the ending in the front. Right, and let's add that in with the bass. Right, now this bass right here is a bass slide, and it's a bass slide that I played on my actual bass, and I just have it sampled so I can reuse it. Now this bass in particular is from Trillion. Damn, my iPhone crashed. Give me 1 second, y'all. Now this bass in particular is from Trillion, and it's called the Old School Trilogy. Yeah, the Trilogy Old School finger bass, and it's a very fire bass. It's an acoustic bass, and without the other sounds playing, it sounds like this. And the effects that I have on here is just a bass lane pro, and I have the fuller one preset to make it sound more full. Now the next instrument that we have playing is this right here. And it's basically a sine lead. Now what I have on it is the Valhalla vintage verb, a chorus June 6, as well as a fruity flingus. Now the preset for the sine lead is Chris sine lead from Xenology. Now I also have this vocal right here. Right, and that vocal also carries the whole environment and the mood. Now what I have on here is a fruity delay 2, a fruity chorus, a Valhalla vintage verb, a fruity compressor, as well as a parametric EQ. Now I have some special effects here and there to make it sound more atmospheric and fits the vibe a lot more. And I believe this is a laser I got from Nexus. It sounds like this. Yeah, it sounds very fire. It fits the vibe and it sets the tone. Now the effects that I have on here is a fruity delay 2. I put it under the same preset that I put my vocals under, so because I want it to be in the background. Right now I have a fruity delay 2, a fruity chorus, a Valhalla vintage verb. I just messed with the Valhalla vintage verb, and a fruity compressor, as well as a parametric EQ. Now the next instrument that I have is this saxophone right here. And what I have on here is a lexicon reverb, a little bit of hall, as well as a UAD verb. And what this do is basically like a RC20 type thing, but it's a little more less complicated, right? And I didn't mess with the wobble at all. I just put on the sweeten preset, and that's all. I put on the acoustic shimmer preset because I wanted to have a shimmer behind it, but that was not too bright, if you get what I'm saying. Now I have this as well, this synthy thing, and I have my effects on here. And without any effects, it sounds like this. And it sounds cool, but I wanted it to go a lot more crazy because the melody is more simple, right? There's not much going on from the last things I showed you, other from the bass that's complicated. So I wanted it to be a lot more difficult, a lot more complicated. So I added this to make things a lot more enticing and more exciting, right? So I added reverb at first, and now that gives it some room. Right, and the reverb I added was lexicon, and it's a little bit of hall reverb. I like that reverb, as well as a cymatic illusion to give it that texture effect. And I have it on 50%, and it's the flourish preset, and it sounds like this. Now next is a staple in this melody, which is the wah guitar. And what I have on here is a delay eternal. I have it on the guitar triple wah. I might turn that off actually, let me hear. Yeah, I'm gonna turn that off. So I have a parametric EQ, a fruity delay 2, a Valhalla delay, as well as a Valhalla vintage verb. And here comes for the textures and arrangement. All I have is this guitar electric thing that I always use. You can find this on Splice as well. And I have some background vocals that you can also find on Splice, just to set the atmosphere and set the tone, right? And what I have on both of these, for this one, I have a fruity parametric EQ, another one, a Valhalla vintage verb, a fruity delay 2, a pan man to pan it from left to right, and a fruity filter. Now for the girl talking, for the background vocals, I have the same preset, parametric EQ, another one, Valhalla vintage verb, fruity delay 2, a pan man, and some fruity filter. Now I also have some waves to make the melody sound more complete. And I add nothing to this. All I did was lower the volume. Now all together, the melody sounds fire. And I also have this right here, this drum loop. Without any effects, it sounds like this. And it sounds fire. At first I had it in the beginning, which I'm gonna play for y'all at first. It sounds like this. I feel like the drum loop takes up too much space, right? So then I added my effects on there, and the first effect that I added was a thermal. I added a digital kick preset, right? And then I went ahead to add a fruity limiter to compress it a little bit, as well as a Valhalla vintage verb and a parametric EQ2 That way it's not allowing the highs to kick in or too much of the lows, so that it can muddy up the mix. Right now, all together, I'm gonna play the full melody. But thank you guys for watching. I love and I appreciate y'all. I'll see you guys Saturday, and deuces.